So one of the features I would also want to focus upon is the autonomous console. So this autonomous console uh, is testing for the complete testing life cycle in an autonomous way with the help of KTern's digital bots. So from test discovery phase to a test preparation, the execution phase, the documentation, the monitoring, the test sign off, and the test management. So for the complete life cycle of testing, KTern offers digital boards as part of this autonomous test console. And so this digital boards can be orchestrated in order to make autonomous testing happen. So yeah, this autonomous way of testing is a honest attempt that we are making in terms of democratizing the complete way of how this continuous testing and this digital transformation testing happens. So this is currently available as a beta release as part of KTern. So we wanted to completely democratize testing with hyper automation with the autonomous console. So talking about that, once autonomous bot is created, maybe I can show you one process, one autonomous test run which has happened already. So I can walk you through the results of one autonomous test run where the complete set of bots, the discover, the prepare bot, the execute bot, the document bot, the monitor bot, the sign off bot, as well as the manage bot has run already. Talking about this autonomous testing, so primarily the use cases or the value where it primarily comes into play is in form of the continuous testing, or like testing for the continuous releases and upgrades that happen as part of an SAP landscape. So we have constant periodic cyclic upgrades happening as part of an SAP landscape, right? So each time what happens is that there is a complete separate project being created. There is like stakeholders who come into play. The testing has to be again, the test requirements planning has to happen. The scoping has to happen, and then again the scripts have to be recorded. The execution has to happen. It has to document. So I mean, for continuous upgrades and continuous testing, so you got to go upon this cyclic process from the discovery to manage each time. So if this can be automated and orchestrated and an autonomous way, so that adds great value in terms of saving timeline as well as effort, and primarily the cost as well. So this is for the complete digital transformation testing. I would say, like, when I refer to the digital transformation testing, it is for primarily starting from the a transition path to the continuous upgrades and releases. So you have uh, this autonomous console coming into play as a value proposition for the continuous testing. We were talking about the autonomous testing, and so we are into one of the autonomous run process wizards where the different results of the bot runs are being displayed over here. So talking about the discover bot, so it primarily scans the SAP system, like I mentioned, through the standard RFC protocol, and then it comes up with the complete set of business processes in place, like primarily generating test plans in order to, like, what are the different processes that has to be considered for testing, and if there is any impact of the respective processes in terms of continuous testing, yeah, this discover bot will help us over there. This prepare bot is where the data driven test cases will be recommended by KTern. So this prepare bot comes up with the complete set of test scripts being prepared. So completely data driven test case recommendations. Maybe I can just expand one such test case as part of sales and distribution, and then yeah, I can also show you like the test case that has been autonomously recommended by KTern's autonomous bot, the prepare bot in specific. So this is, I mean, KTern scans the system, analyzes the business data, and then the master configuration and the transactional data, comes up with the different variants of how the business processes can be tested across different areas with the data sets as well. So completely data driven. And then yeah, it prepares you the complete set of test cases on how the testing has to happen. So this is like Ratna mentioned. So this is through the API way, the business API way, where KTern leverages on the standard RFCs and comes up with a complete set of test cases with data sets. So once this this discover bot as well as the prepare bot is run, the execution bot run happens where the evidences will be created based on the test cases which was recommended by KTern's prepare bot. So this execution bot, it will run the test cases for a business process. So here we are looking at one evidence that has been run through the business APIs, through the API way, like we would say. So completely using business APIs with the test case recommended by KTern. So for an end-to-end order to cash process, from a quotation creation with the data sets, the sales order creation, the delivery creation, then posting the goods issue, and then you're creating the invoice as well. So an end-to-end process has been done through the business APIs in an autonomous way with the execution bot. So similarly, the link defects and execution analysis can be tracked upon. So this is through the API way. If we have to track upon like how it has run through the UI way, so this was run in a virtual machine. So one of the virtual machines in the background, it has run this specific test case through the UI way. So this test evidence, it was through the API way. So this test case is through the UI way, which was run in a background mode in a virtual machine. So it has created the evidences with the actual output, what has been generated, along with the step screenshots as well as the result as well. So whether if it has passed or failed and untested and things like that, and then automatically generating the defects as well. So there is complete execution, autonomous way of execution happened with the help of a KTern execution bot. And so once this is all done, yeah, KTern will be automatically able to generate the reports as well for the respective test cases with a complete set of the test scripts, the test evidences, the stakeholders, the timeline, and the complete attributes with regard to the test case on automated way of generating the documents for audit and compliance purposes. And then, yeah, KTern also has the monitoring bot where it will be able to track upon the number of bot plans, the test scenarios which has been logged for executions, the test documents that has been generated, and primarily the transactions which has been tested with the materiality scoring, and then the test report as well. Then not just in terms of monitoring, it also in terms of sign off as well. Like once this complete testing happens, if for example, in a typical S4 transition project, the UAT projects, the UAT testing sign-offs has to happen, right? So in that way, KTern also provides the sign-off matrix automatically after scanning the system, primarily generating process-oriented matrix, and with some of the sign-off items with the respective business stakeholders as well on who has to sign off and how the sign-offs have to be orchestrated. So sign-off matrix will also be automatically created by KTern by using the sign-off bot. So this all helps in terms of taking control over making approvals and phase closures towards the user acceptance testing and things like that. And then, yeah, the manage bot, it helps in terms of collaboration and management. So automatically KTern lives in the forum comment, collaboration comment, and then a complete summary of all the test cases, the respective scripts and the evidences that has been created, the defects, the plan and scenario which has been associated with. And then of course, if any meeting has to be scheduled as well, yeah, it will be automatically done as well. So for the complete life cycle of testing, so there is an autonomous execution that has happened, and so yeah, it can be used across different use cases as well. So this autonomous testing happens from the discover to the manage with the help of KTern's digital bots to democratize this complete way of planning and executing the test operations in a typical digital transformation journey.